Welcome back to my Fusion for Absolute Beginner series. Today we're going to be taking an SVG and turning it into a clay cutter with a stamp. Let's get into it. The first thing we're going to do is create a square that's the approximate size that we want our clay cutter to be. So I'm going to go up here to create sketch and hit that bottom plane. Then I'm going to use the center rectangle. You can use this 2-point rectangle, but I just prefer the center rectangle, so I'm going to grab that. Start from the center and drag out, and I'm going to do a 4-inch, so 4 in tab by 4 inches, so 4 in again, and enter. Then I'm going to hit finish sketch, create sketch again, and hit the same plane that you did your square on. I like to double check and make sure it created my second sketch and that I'm not still on the first one, because we do want to hide that after we scale our SVG. To insert your SVG, go to Insert up here and go down to Insert SVG. Insert from my computer, and then find wherever you have it. Mine is right there. And I do have this SVG and a jack-o'-lantern linked in the description below as a free download if you want to use these. To move your SVG around, you're going to use this square. To scale it, you'll move this arch back and forth. And just scale it to the approximate size that you want it to be within that square that you created. I think that's close enough. And one important thing to remember is when you're creating a stamp, it will be mirrored when you stamp it into your clay. So if you have words, you're going to want to make sure you mirror this. To do that, you'll use these 2 triangles facing each other, and it will just mirror it for you. Once you have it placed where you want it, hit OK, and then hide that first sketch because we no longer need it. And now basically your SVG is just a sketch locked into place. Another important thing to remember about SVGs is they are not all created equal. Fusion is a little bit picky when it comes to them. It doesn't like overlapping lines and not overly complicated SVGs. So from here, we're going to create our offsets to create the cutter, because this is just the stamp. So the first offset we will need is for the clearance. To do that, double click that line. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to hit O for offset. Since the arrow is going in, I'm going to use a negative number so it goes out. The offset, I'm going to do -0.3, and that gives us a negative point or a 0.6 all the way around. Okay, so enter. And also when it comes to SVGs, if you're doing offsets like this, double check and make sure any offset you do is a clickable plane. Now we'll create the offset for our blade. So I'm going to double click that line again. O for offset, and I want my blade to be about 1 millimeter. So I'm going to do -1.3 because I'm adding in the offset as well. Hit OK. And then again, make sure it's clickable plane. Double click the line again. Time to do the stabilizer wall, because 1 millimeter I don't feel like it's sturdy enough. So I always like to add a second wall that's a little bit shorter than the blade, just to make sure it's sturdy and it won't break. So after you select that line again, O for offset, and then this will be another millimeter. So 2.3 to add the offset. Oh, and make sure it's negative so it's going out if that's the way your arrow is pointing. Hit OK. And finally, one more offset. So double click that line, and this will be for the handle. So that is going to be 5 millimeters. So I'll do -5.3, or hit O for offset first, and then type in your number, -5.3. I got ahead of myself, but that's fine. Okay. And then again, make sure it is a clickable plane. And that is all you need for your sketch. So you're going to hit finish sketch, and we're going to start extruding our stamp first. So I'm going to do the pumpkin first, and this is what I want pressed into my clay. So this will be taller than what I make the rest of the stamp. I'll do this one at 7 millimeters. So E for extrude, then 7, make sure that says new body and hit OK. E for extrude again and click all the rest of the little planes for the stamp because you don't really want any holes in it. Okay. Once those are all selected, I'm going to do 2 millimeters less. So my stamp is 2 millimeters deep. And you can also control how deep you want it to go. Say you only want a 1 millimeter deep stamp, you can do that as well. So I'm going to do 5. And then make sure that says join and hit OK. And then you can tip it off to the side and you can see it's raised. Now I'm going to go over here to bodies and go ahead and label this as my stamp. So stamp, enter, and now I'll create the cutter. So I'll start with the blade first. So select that one, E for extrude, and I'm going to do this one 16 millimeters high. Hit OK. Then do the stabilizer wall. I typically do this one 3 millimeters less. So this one will be 13. So I'm going to do E for extrude, 13 millimeters. Make sure that says join. Hit OK. And then finally the handle. So select that, E for extrude. I'm just going to do this one 5. So the width and the height are the same on that. Again, join and hit OK. And then I'm going to go over here and label it cutter and enter. And now we'll go ahead and add fillets all the way around this. So hit F on your keyboard or fillet up here in modify. And just select all these edges. These are really the only edges you need to fillet. And this just creates a smoother handhold so you're not having sharp corners in your hand. So just go all the way around it. Selecting all those edges. Get them all. Nope. Okay, that looks like the last one. So I'm going to do a 2 millimeter fillet around and then hit OK. And then the last thing I'm going to do is create a handle on the other side of the stamp. So I'm going to hide the sketch because we are done with it. Go to the back side of your stamp. I'll zoom out a little bit. New sketch. Hit the back of it. And then I'm going to do a circle. I'm going to start in the center, go out. Actually, 30 works, so I'm going to leave it at 30 right there. And then finish sketch. I'm going to tilt it, grab that circle, hit E for extrude. I'm just going to drag this until I like the size of the handle. Okay, I'm going to do 30, and then I do want to taper this a little bit because I don't like straight up and down handles. I want it kind of out a little bit. So taper angle over here under distance, and I'm going to do, let's see what 15 looks like, and let's see what 20 looks like. I think I'm going to do that. And now instead of operation join, you want it to be new body. And actually, let's go ahead and change the direction to 2 sides. That way we can make it go into the stamp a little bit so you have an exact place where to glue this when we stick it together, because we are not printing these together. It would not print properly and it would just be annoying with supports and whatnot. So we'll hit this down arrow and make it go in 1 millimeter. Again, new body, hit OK. And then we'll go ahead and use the combine cut feature. So select your target body, which is your pumpkin. Your tool body is what you're using to cut. So your handle, and make sure your operation says cut and your keep tools is check marked. Then you're going to hit OK. And now when you hide the handle, there is that little divot, which is the perfect place for you to glue it together. From here, I'm going to fillet the top. So hit fillet, hit the top. Then I'm just going to drag the arrow until I like it. I think that looks good. Hit OK. And then we are good to go. So from here, go ahead and save it, or else you'll lose it if it kicks you out. So save. And then I'm going to label it pumpkin and save. And then I'm just going to take it straight into the slicer from here. To do that, you go to File and 3D Print. Application is your slicer. Mine is bamboo. Go over here, select the folder to select all of them. Double check your settings. I like mine on high and hit OK. And then it will take you straight into your slicer. Okay, once you get in your slicer, you're going to hit OK on this. And then you can change your filament color from here if you have different options. I'm just going to leave mine on white. Hit OK. And then for this one, you do not want it as a single object with multiple parts. So you're going to hit no. You're gonna, oh, I need to update, I guess. I'll do that later. So click off it. And then click one at a time to drag it apart. Oops. And just kind of put it on the plate however you want. Okay. And then from here, slice it. Right, I'm going to zoom in and look at my pumpkin. Make sure everything looks okay. Okay, I think that looks right. So I'm going to go ahead and print it. All right, here is the final print. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together. I'm just going to take a dab of glue, put it on there. That, and then I've got my kicker. Help it dry a little bit faster. Okay. And now I have my kiddo's Play-Doh, so I'm going to just kind of, not going to be perfect, but so just cut and then stick it in there. Press in the stamp. Pull it up. There you go. So fun. One of the things I love about SVG's infusion is there are so many different things that you can make from them. You can make signs, the clay cutters with the stamp, coasters, light boxes. There's so many different options. You can even add extra detail to your design without having to sketch it all in Fusion because it's basically a pre-made sketch. Although, like I said in the tutorial, sometimes Fusion is a little finicky, a little picky when it comes to them. They don't like it doesn't like overlapping lines and stuff like that. So if you would like a video on me showing how I clean up some SVGs, let me know in the comments below. I would be more than happy to make that as kind of like a bonus video, not necessarily a part of this beginner series. So yeah, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.